Hello and welcome to the big one. So after over 1,000 games of Magic between 140 players, it all comes down to this between Quinn, game down against Alessandro playing robots. And let's talk a little bit about the sideboards here.
I believe that Andrew will have bought in the metaphorical kitchen sink against Affinity. He's going to have access to Ancient Grudge, Rakdos Charm, maybe a bit more removal. He'll have Golgari Charm and Jund Charm in as well.
So he absolutely is playing the control deck in the matchup here.
Yeah, indeed. How much Alessandro's brought in, I'm honestly not going to be sure. He may have more ex-champions in the board. He might be bringing those in. As sort of.
Well, he's got to imagine that every single monster he plays is gonna
die.
Get burnt. I mean, that's the big fear, I would imagine.
Yep. I mean, welding jars are at least something to mitigate that somewhat.
Welding jars are a good option. Probably a bit more important in game 3 when you're going first, because you really want to stifle Andrew so far as mana is concerned.
Yeah, absolutely. I imagine he's going to have his Whip Flare still in as well, because Pyroclasm's surprisingly effective against Jund.
Jund Charm surprisingly effective against Alessandro.
Yep. So we might see Alessandro bringing in either. I'm not sure we're going to see him with Thought Seizes or anything like that for sideboard. I'm not sure how effective they're going to be against the Jund.
The problem with Thought Seizes is you always draw it the turn after they play the cranial plating.
Inquisition, though, again, especially since robots has changed to being robots rather than the affinity list because of the lack of artifact lands, thank God, means Inquisition of Kozilek's just really effective against robots. Whereas before, obviously, Inquisition your opponent, you'd show you Frogmite and Mirror Enforcer and you go, well, that was worth it.
And Thoughtcast.
Speaking of Thoughtcast,
I'll pay 1 blue and cheat. Always felt like cheating, paying 1 blue and drawing 2 cards.
Yeah, I mean, Divination costs 3.
Isn't it Inspiration that costs 4 for 2 cards?
Yeah, but that was an instant. Or is an instant. I think Inspiration might actually be standard legal currently. Oh, that would be Shatterstorm that Andrew Quinn just revealed off his Dark Confidant there. So, although he's dealt himself a lot of damage, that's probably about the perfect card. Did you enjoy?
You know in those TV shows when they very often they hint at something that's going to come later on?
Yeah.
That's what that card just did there.
I think it's a pretty obvious hint. Did you enjoy the fact that it was an old school Shatterstorm as well?
Foreshadowing.
Yep. Bloodbraid Elf into Kitchen Finks, another very good.
Now he would have been sad if he'd cast Bloodbraid Elf and revealed the Shatterstorm as the first card. He'd have been very sad there.
Oh yeah, put it on the bottom.
Well, that's the thing, you know, when it comes down to finals, you need that little bit of luck. You need those 2 cards to be in the right order.
Yeah. I mean, fortunately, he also wasn't on 4 life when he got hit by it when that Shatterstorm turned over, because we've known that happened before in our coverage as well. DIY Baneslayer Angel from Alessandro and smashes him with the.
Might not be happening next turn, however.
Yeah, I believe that there might be a fairly shattering storm happening this turn.
Doesn't really leave Andrew with much in the way of options.
Turn over Bloodbraid Elf, take another 4.
But the thing is, this is what going to leave Alessandro with a land.
It's going to leave him with his 2 land. And also the fact that Shatterstorm has that very important phrase, cannot be regenerated on it, also means that Welding Jar is pretty much useless as well.
I'm not quite sure what Andrew's thinking about here. Like, do I wish to not lose the game this turn?
Yep.
I can return
Slow rolls the Shatterstorm in case Alessandro had forgotten about it.
Yeah, it's like you may use your welding jar if you wish. It doesn't do anything, but you can use it.
That's right, you pick your guys up and put them in the bin.
Yeah, and for those watching who are more used to Creeping Corrosion, with that being the more recent card, Creeping Corrosion does not have cannot be regenerated on it, which is why Shatterstorm is strictly superior.
Actually looks like a Wheel of Fortune from up here.
Yeah, remember that card as well. Being on the wrong end of it a few times. Or if you want to go way into the dim and distant past,
So,
when you played Chandelier on the PC. And
can we see Alessandro fill up the board again?
I think he'll have. I mean, obviously, when he sees that Shatterstorm from Andrew, he's going to have held back somewhat. He put the plating on just to get the damage through, but that's ex-champion, so
That's a guy he's hoping to ride all the way.
Well, he certainly is now.
After the Shatterstorm.
That's Ancient Grudge from Andrew.
So he doesn't die off Bob.
No. Also, very brave there that he didn't use his Deathrite Shaman. You know, he turns over a 4 there, and if he's got Obstinate Baloth in as well, and Batterskull, if he's brought those in, then, you know, that's a lot of 4s and 5s he can hit. I'm not sure he'll have brought those in, though, against Affinity. He's more than likely just on hate cards, to tell you the truth, more than anything else.
So Andrew at this point now just trying to prevent every single point of damage.
Yeah, I mean, his play here, I don't think he has any other plays to Ancient Grudge the go down to 1, is to Ancient Grudge the Mox Opal, which
turning off the ex-champion.
Yep, turns off the ex-champion, and then Ancient Grudge the ex-champion. And then just use your Deathrite Shaman during upkeep if you can't kill him, and pray that you don't die. However, I believe he has enough damage on the board anyway. Yeah, he does. He goes Ancient Grudge, Mox Opal, Grudge ex-champion, swing for 8, kill you with Deathrite Shaman.
Let's see whether Alessandro scoops the cards up.
Oh, he cast Bloodbraid Elf. Into another Dark Confidant, which I believe he he does choose to play here. So I suppose that's another route to victory. There actually was a
monster on the board attacking.
Yeah, it was either that or Ancient Grudge. It's fine.
So congratulations to Andrew picking up that game, and on to the big decider with the robots going first in game 3.